I have a treat for you today. That's right. So, I have here, under the camera where you can't see it, very special products. Somebody in the group said last week, they said, what are some of the words that have been ruined for you by MLMs? Not just words, like expressions that have been ruined by MLMs. And a lot of people said things like the opportunity, so call something the opportunity. And there was a few. And I said that I thought that the word entrepreneur had been ruined because it just gets bandied around so many times. You know, these kind of top reps, and not even top reps, anyone that, you know, gets involved in these pyramid schemes seems to think that they're an entrepreneur. Well, they're obviously not. But another word, and that was what was my thing. I said it's been ruined, hasn't it? Another word that's been ruined by the MLMs for me is the word products. Products. And I feel like every time I listen to somebody in an MLM talking, the word products becomes sort of more, it loses syllables, like products, the products. So I'm going to show you some of these products, and the word just sort of blends into one sound after a while. They're so used to saying it. But I've got some very, very special products for you today, and it's called the Beauty Bundle. That's right, I've got the Beauty Bundle here today for you. Unfortunately, I didn't have the box. So I wouldn't have been able to see how they were all falling into themselves. So I won't be doing a review on the actual contents of them today, as far as going on my skin. What I'm going to talk about is the look of the boxes and the quality of, you know, and the smells and stuff. Because, I mean, just from the offset, and I don't know if this is supposed to be the case, but every single box is, every single one of these boxes, and I can only assume it's supposed to be like this, but a part of me, I can only assume it must be, but a part of me does think, actually, I think they're all a different shade. So, I don't think you can see it with the camera. You can see that, see? So, that is like this one's the micellar is like a light pink, and that one's kind of more of a brownie pink. That one is. Look, even that one's slight differences. Is it supposed to be like that? I'm not going to be critical of that, because I think it must be supposed to be like that. It must be. They're all different. They're all different shade. They're all a different shade of pink, right? Secondly, they are so much smaller than I imagined. I don't know, even I've seen videos of people opening them, and I don't know, they're tiny, they're so small. I mean, that's really small. When I actually received them, I wondered if it was a full-sized one. I thought, well, it must be, they only do one size. I thought, is it a smaller version? And then I Googled it, just to make sure I had the correct size version. I mean, particularly this pink face mask, that's only tiny. Look. I'll show you next to a bottle of water. Look at that bottle of water. You can see it. It's really small. Look, it's like the palm of my hand. It's not very big. Anyway, and it hasn't got a lot in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open it and let's talk about it. Talk about what I think. I mean, just from this, you see, I mean, there's nothing. To me, a premium product, and I'm not a big consumer of premium products, I'm going to be honest with you there, but it's all just printed, just basically printed on this glossy card, and I don't think that costs very much to do. I think that's the cheapest way to do it. There's kind of no what's it called, you know, embossed. It's not embossed, and you'd expect that, maybe a texture on it, something you'd expect. And also, shiny things. Shiny's not even in at the moment anymore. It's all matte now. Everything's matte. So they've got these glossy packaging, and gloss isn't even in anymore. Glossiness. It's old fashioned, but it's cheap, isn't it? But you know, it's matte's in now, but they've done it in this glossy stuff. It's just very cheaply done. Very cheaply done. I did look up these barcodes. I only went on one website, but they don't recognise them. So I don't know why they've got barcodes on, because they're not recognisable. And I haven't opened any of these, by the way. I haven't opened any of these. Or they came like this outside of the box. So let's start with this one, the micellar cleansing water. It's tiny. It's really small. Look, it's really small. It's really small. It's not big. It's very small. Look, it's my hand. I haven't got, you know, I haven't got big hands. It's really small. See? It's very small. Look at that. And it's so cheap. I mean, it's like, they haven't even used a high DPI. The graphic designer didn't even use a high enough DPI, because it's kind of almost pixelated. And this is just the most basic of bottles. Look, just a basic plastic bottle. Basic plastic bottle with a cheap white plastic lid on it. Look, that's all it is. There's nothing premium about this. This is basic. Look, and just a sticker. Just, you see where the people who put the stickers on their rancid little sample bottles. Just a sticker on there. Just a sticker. No kind of plastic, cheap, transparent plastic bottle, shapeless bottle with a not even a good quality white plastic lid. Let me try and catch the light with that. See, it's got like lines in it where it's just been so cheap. Anyway, let's put that there. Right, let's look at this one. Let's look at this one. That's one I think one of the YouTubers said it's the most Instagrammable. It's the most Instagrammable skincare. It's not. Why do you keep saying it? It's like they think if they keep telling everyone that this stuff's amazing, oh, isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? I suppose it's working, but I'm sort of sitting here saying, well, not particularly. No, it's not ugly. It's just basic. I mean, look at this. And again, is that a different shade? That's a different shade. Might be. I don't know if that's supposed to be the case. I'm assuming it must be. Look, just how cheap. It's just cheap sticker. Look. Low, not the graphic designer didn't even, it's a low DPI. Look. It's not good quality. Look at that. Just a cheap, look at that white lid. Cheap. I imagine people that would get fluff and stuff, because these are, can you see the lines? I imagine that to get fluff stuck in it. I'm going to smell this micellar water. It's hardly anything in here. You definitely would need one a month. I mean, that lay-by thing, 6 weeks, no way. Unless you were using hardly anything. The lid off this. Unless you were using hardly anything. Reminds me of something. It reminds me of something. The smell reminds me of something. It's not a rancid, gross smell. I know that the lady that I read about his skin got burned out. She said it was really it is a bit granny. I'm not going to lie. It is a bit. It's that sort of granny rose smell. My mind is clouded because it really reminds me of something, and it's really difficult for me. It reminds me of something. I'm thinking, and I don't know if I'm, you know those, this is the Body Shop. It wouldn't have been the Body Shop. You know, gift sets where you get those bath pearls. He kind of reminds me of the smell of the bath pearls. So from some set, you know, like maybe a novelty set or something. Let's have a look at this. Try that. Can't really catch the smell of that. Okay, right, so that's those two. Let's see this. And now I haven't opened this yet. And I really want to see if the label, how bad the label is, if it's on straight. Do you know what? The first thing I've noticed is how small it is. How small it is. I can't believe. It's so small. Honestly, I just want to put it against my hands. So that is so small. That's the palm of my hand. I have not got big hands. My hands are actually quite small. Look at it. For goodness sake. And obviously, look, the sticker's more off to this kind of there. And do you know what else? I'm looking at it in the light. I'll just try and catch this in the light. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. It's like it's got air bubbles. The sticker's got air bubbles underneath it. See? Oh, there we go. Look, can you see? Can you see? Got air bubbles. Air bubbles. There. An air bubble there. So cheap. So cheap. Just a basic, just white plastic lid. The label's not on properly. And it hasn't just got air bubbles. Here on it, right? Something's got stuck underneath. Something got stuck underneath it. I'll try and catch that in the light. It's weird. It's not even like a hair. It's... Oh, can you see that? Let's go look. Go up a bit. See? I'm going to put a thing on on the screen. Something's stuck. Stuck underneath it. I mean, they're supposed to put hair nets on and stuff, but what even is that stuck under there? Where are these things being made that things are stuck? Stuck under it. Look at that, stuck under the sticker. Goodness me. Well, it looks... do you know what it looks? I'll put it there. It kind of looks like one of the kids' strawberry mousses or something. You know, see? Got lots of bubbles in it. It looks like a mousse. Like a kid's mousse, strawberry flavour. Oh. It's got that smell again. I've got an idea in my mind, the chemicals that are making that smell from just looking at the ingredients before, but it's a really familiar smell. It's come from something. I've had something in the past. I think it was from a novelty gift set where it had this smell, but that was like it would have been a novelty gift set. It's not, to me, that doesn't smell premium. I'm not just saying that. It doesn't smell premium. It just doesn't. It doesn't look it. It doesn't smell it. I get a bit out. Ah, it's pure. It's like a chocolate. It's like mousse. Look, it's full of bubbles. It's really lightweight. It's not. I expected. I thought it would be thicker than that. Look at that. It just looks like a moisturizer. I suppose it's gonna go dry. So it smells a bit soapy now. It's a soapy smell. I'll leave that there. I'll just leave that there. Right, it's really, the texture of that is like, it's like mousse, like a dessert mousse. That's what it's like, right? It's a pink face mask. This is a PM oil. So I'm going to be doing all this in the morning and make a video, because what I'm going to do, right, is I'm going to do one side of my face in all this stuff, right? And I'm going to do the other side of my face. I'll get two oils out together. And do the other side of my face in my normal stuff that I use, which is 2 products, right? So these bottles of glass. I expected, this is about the size I expected for these, right? So the PM and the AM. The AM is clouded, white clouded. Again, the white, it's so basic. Look at that. It's basic. I bet I could find these bottles on Alibaba. Bet I could. I bet I could just find them on Alibaba easily. I bet these are made in China. Listen, I don't know for sure. I don't reckon they were. This is the sort of cheap stuff that they don't probably. I don't believe that there is a factory in the United Kingdom that would make bottles like this, because they wouldn't be able to sell them for cheaply enough, would they? You're gonna find it on Alibaba. The manufacturers of these bottles. Look at that. That's sort of a more, say, healthy urine colour. It's like a healthy urine colour. But the printing is not very good quality at all. None of this. This is very cheaply printed. It's not very good quality at all. Printing. Just stickers, you know, that could have been sort of etched onto the bottle. That would have been premium. This isn't premium. This is not premium at all. This is just... Everything about this looks cheap. It just looks cheap. It just looks cheap. It's just cheap. And the pink of this as well. I suppose it's that artificial. It's almost luminous. It doesn't look too bad in here. I mean, it's hardly natural looking. It is that kind of same thing. It doesn't look too bad in there. But in here, it's just fake looking. It's just so fake. I mean, it is made out of that awful red dye. But it's so fake looking, isn't it? It's almost luminous. It's almost luminous. I mean, were they trying to? Did they put that colour to make it look like it had rose? Because they put this thing of like look, aloe vera and rose water. I'm guessing that they made it that colour so people thought that it was. So people bought into the idea that it was rose water more. But I mean, rose water from what I've looked up, it has the most. It's either see-through or it has a tiny bit of. But there it is. There's a beauty bundle. So tomorrow morning I'll be filming myself. I'll do it here because I can put the camera behind the sink. I'll be filming myself trying these products. The products. I'll be trying the products on the one side of my face. The other side of my face, I'll just do what I normally do. I don't even put stuff on my face. I just put moisturiser on in the morning. So we're going to do that, right? In the morning. Look forward to that. Just wanted to quickly, I mean, I've had this on now, for 15 minutes, well, about that. And I was I've been cutting broccoli, right? And all I've had is the waft of it coming up at me. And I feel absolutely nauseated. Absolutely nauseated. I remember what that lady said about feeling sick about it. It's nauseating. That pink mask smell, it's absolutely nauseating. It really is. So I just thought I'd add that at the end of the video just to explain that she's not wrong. It isn't nice. It is not nice. Guys, you've got to change that smell. It's too strong. I don't think they tested this. I don't think there was any trials with this. I don't think they tested it on anybody before they put all this together. Honestly, because if they had, and somebody in a test sat for 15 minutes with this stuff on their face, wafting, I mean, I'm going to be having it on my face. And that was just in my hands, sort of quite low down, wafting up at me. I'm going to have it on my face. The reps what they're going through for this stuff. Anyway.